remain detained there. This after a judge denied his appeal for bail for a second time.
So this is the second judge, his second attempt to get bail, and he offered all kinds of things that I haven't heard before and still got turned down.
On September 18, 2024, Judge Andrew Carter upheld the previous decision to deny bail, rejecting a $50 million bond secured by Combs's team. The judge cited the disgraced businessman's history of violence, substance use, and the potential for witness tampering. Prosecutors successfully argued that Combs is also a flight risk and alleged that the victims identified so far represent only a small portion of a much larger operation. They also accused Combs of coercing victims through violence, such as, quote, slamming their heads into car windows, and claimed he has recently attempted to contact individuals connected to the case. The fear is that he would continue to do these things.
They couldn't prove that he's not a danger to the community and that he couldn't corrupt the case by trying to reach out to victims, something that the prosecutors have said he had tried to do multiple times.
Combs's defense team had proposed strict conditions for his release, including oversight by a private security team and restrictions on female visitors, but the judge found these measures insufficient. Following the ruling, Combs's lawyer Mark Agnifilo expressed disappointment, saying, quote, things did not go our way today. However, he vowed to continue pushing for Diddy's release along with a speedy trial.
What do y'all see wrong with this picture with this lawyer? What do y'all see wrong with this picture with this lawyer? Because I'm going to tell you what I see wrong with it. You got one man that's going up against the whole New York District Attorney's Office and the federal government. One man, Diddy. Stop being cheap. Hire a dream team. He needs help. That man cannot free you on his own, Diddy. He needs help. He needs help. If you got any sense. Let's get back to this, man. All right.
Inside the New York City courthouse, his lawyer defiant.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
Desperate to speak to his children.
How's your dad doing? How's your dad doing?
Family members appeared somber as they arrived at federal court in Manhattan today.
According to media outlet TMZ, Diddy is currently not in a good place mentally. It's said that Combs's primary concern is for his children. TMZ sources have purported that the dad of 7 is deeply worried about his kids' well-being as he spends his time in a 10 by 8 foot cell. So much so.
Yo, 26 years I did this. 26 years, me and a lot of my comrades did this. I know a brother that I had on here, and I'm going to bring him back on here, that did 50 years in prison. And all he could do was think about his kids. As they became adults and parents and grandparents, he sat in the prison. This is the real world, and this is what happens in the real world. You know what I mean? Just so you understand.
That he is desperately wanting to speak with them. The outlet notes that the family is leaning on each other for support and turning to their faith for strength. While Combs's sons, Quincy, Justin, Christian, and Chance, are all legal adults, Love, Delilah, and Jesse are still minors. And while it's clear that his family and friends can visit periodically, it's unclear how often Diddy can call them. Arrest footage leaked.
New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody in a Manhattan hotel last week.
Have we been given a glimpse at Diddy's last moment of freedom for the foreseeable future? In footage published by TMZ, a man, allegedly Sean Diddy Combs, can be seen in a black trench coat walking into the Park Hyatt New York lobby with an entourage. It's here that we see him quickly led away by 2 men. A short time later, he is seen being escorted by 4 men out of the hotel with his hands seemingly cuffed behind his back. This as his crew look on confused. The hotel's security camera recorded the incident on Monday, September 16, 2024. Diddy had been staying at the hotel for over a week at this point. His lawyers have asserted that Combs specifically traveled to New York to, quote, surrender to authorities, thus making the arrest unnecessary and unexpected.
Why doesn't the government want him to turn himself in? Because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
In the moments and days before the arrest, footage shows Diddy enjoying his time in NYC, engaging and posing with pictures with fans on the streets. alleged texts released.
We're going to begin tonight with the alarming images now emerging of Sean Diddy Combs.
The new video obtained exclusively by CNN.
4 months after a 2016 surveillance video of Sean Diddy Combs.
See, that's where it all began. That's where it all began. First of all, he was 100% wrong for what he did. Right there, he should have came out and just admitted that he needed help, admitted what he did, and stood on who he showed himself to be in that video, is what he should have done. But because he didn't like that, the real image of who he was on that tape, he tried to conceal it and lied and paid money and did all this other stuff. But God sees everything. And that's why she was rewarded for her pain and suffering that she went through, just so that you understand, you know. God don't miss nothing, man. God don't miss nothing, you know. Nothing. Let's play this out.
Allegedly assaulting his ex, Cassie Ventura, was made public. New details of the incident have emerged. This during Combs' second bail request hearing.
The texts were revealed on September 18th while Diddy was in federal court to appeal his denial of pretrial release following his arrest and indictment earlier this week.
Amid the proceedings, prosecutors read aloud alleged text messages between Diddy and Ventura. These were purportedly sent following the brutal altercation that saw Cassie violently attacked as she attempted to leave in an elevator.
It shows Combs brutally beating his then-girlfriend, singer Cassie, who prosecutors say was attempting to escape from one of Combs' so-called freak-offs, elaborated coerced sex parties that he often recorded.
Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson, referencing the texts, claimed Diddy sent a message after the shocking assault where he pleaded with Cassie to call off the police. The texts reportedly read, quote, "Call me, the cops are here," and, quote, "I have 6 kids, I'm surrounded." The alleged victim responded in part, quote, "You think it's okay to do what you've done." It's believed more messages will be brought forth during Combs' federal trial.
Adding that the two had loved each other, in which the judge responded, "What's love got to do with that?" calling the video disturbing.
Right there. If I was Diddy, I'd be trying to get another judge. The judge already voiced his opinion when the judge is supposed to be equivalent to Lady Justice to be wearing blindfold upon her eyes and don't see race, color, creed, or monsters. Because you're going to see a lot of monsters in front of you as a judge. So that's why he's supposed to have blindfold on. So by him saying, what does love have to do with that, which we know is nothing, but you're giving your opinion. So you're already swayed a certain way. And that's where his lawyer's supposed to try and use that to get him off the case. Because his mind seems made up from him saying that when he could have just denied him bail and left that out. But it goes to show you he's emotionally connected to the case like, you know, most of us are. But, you know, let's finish this up.
Minor legal victory.
Why Sean Diddy Combs no longer has to pay $100 million in a sexual assault case.
Amid his onslaught of troubles, Diddy has secured a minor legal victory during a motion hearing on September 18, 2024. It was here that one of his attorneys, David Fink, persuaded the judge to overturn a large judgment. The case, separate from the federal charges, involves inmate Derek Lee Cardello Smith, who has accused Diddy of indecently assaulting him after a 1997 Detroit party.
Alleged that he had encountered Combs while working at a Detroit area restaurant in 1997.
However,
Now, check it. So you understand, that dude that just sued him, I did a joint on it. You could look back at it, right? That's where Diddy lost his first, you know, suit for the $100 million. Well, that dude is in jail for S charge. You know what I mean? And he turned around and he sued Diddy, and the judge went along with this inmate that's doing life for S charge, the same thing that he's suing Diddy for. And the judge granted his motion and ordered Diddy not being able to sell or move or transfer any of his property, or for him to be able to sell his mansion. And then Diddy didn't respond. I guess he thought it was frivolous. And then dude went back now to the judge, and the judge granted the order in favor of the inmate that's locked up doing life for an S charge follow me on this now. Follow me on this. How does that make sense? And then she ordered Diddy paid $10 million by October 1st. You put it in the comments if you think this judge was biased towards Diddy, or she just, well, they can't say someone made a mistake when you're talking about somebody's $100 million. You know, do you think she's biased towards the case or not? You know, that's what's going on with that, so you understand. All right? Now, that judge in this present case making that statement that love ain't supposed to whatever, right there, Diddy's supposed to be trying to get him off the case.
Judge ruled that Cardello Smith failed to properly serve the lawsuit according to Michigan law. The judge also lifted a temporary restraining order that had prevented Diddy from selling assets to cover damages. The case will now move forward as a standard lawsuit, with Diddy expected to file for its dismissal. Regardless, it's believed Diddy will win the case due to the statute of limitations, as the alleged incident occurred over 26 years ago.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your
Give it a
phone,
promo.
make sure you go into your
Watch
settings
Mojo.
and switch on notifications.
Self-harm surveillance. It was revealed that upon his detention at New York's Metropolitan Detention Center, Sean Diddy Combs was placed on self-harm surveillance. However, Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, says that the watch directive issued by officials is nothing more than a routine measure for, quote, new high-profile inmates.
It's routine. They're going to keep him outside of the general population to monitor his psychological health, as well as to protect him, because he's such a high-profile figure that he would be a target of violence.
Furthermore, Agnifilo says that after spending 6 hours with the music magnate at the federal lockup, he can assert that Diddy is in no danger of harming himself at all. More so, Combs' defense attorney says that he was, quote, strong, healthy, confident, and focused on his defense. Agnifilo believes self-harm is not a concern for his client, and comparisons to the likes of accused trafficker Jeffrey Epstein should not be made.
His team just released a statement saying that he is strong and he's looking forward to his defense.
Have you been following the details surrounding the arrest of Sean Diddy Combs? Share your thoughts on the emerging situation in the comments below.
He can continue to appeal this and can appeal the bond, right? But you saw it with Ghislaine Maxwell. She continued to appeal and was not successful. Now,
All right, so enough of that, right? Enough of that, right? We don't want him there. We're gonna get him right here. I like this joint here, right? Now, for you to understand, this is some real serious issues that's going on. He's fighting for his life right now. These people is not playing with him 1 second of the way. Sean Diddy Combs he's being held in Brooklyn, notorious Metropolitan Detention Center. We just call it MDC, right? They compare that place to hell. That's what prison is. But no one spotlights it until someone like P. Diddy has to go there. But what about the millions that's there and been through there? Because that system is a revolving door, as you know. Yeah, prison is hard. And so do people work hard for their goods that you take from them, whether you scam them or you rob them or, whatever. And that's why they have laws in the society for that. So that's why we have to stick together. And we have to try and talk to each other and talk each other out of the crazy things that we might mention and show signs that we're going to do, or capable of doing. And our loved ones don't say nothing to us about these things. They see it and they let it drift off. Just like, you stand on the highway and 2 big 18-wheelers come by and they just shake you. Ooh. You know what I mean? That's how when one of your homies or your loved ones or your friends or family say something that is showing you a red sign, you just, kind of like shake, and just keep moving. But when you feel that shake, stop, pause, say, yo, hold up, what's going on? How are you feeling today? How many times have you asked a person how they feeling today? Hey, Diddy, how you feeling today? You see, the way you feel today is from how you treated others yesterday. The way you're feeling today is how you treated others yesterday. Karma is a mother. She always catches up. It caught up with me and gave me 26 years in federal prison. So now I'm trying to live a straight, righteous life and, you know, not pick up no more karma than what I already have that's still catching up to me. So we all have karma. We all did something. Even the most squeakiest, clean, goodest, whatever, we all got our own little karma. No matter how big or small we or someone else may think it is, we all got our karma. So now that we know it, from me sharing this with you at Unique Mecca Audio, don't you think that, it's best for you not to create any more karmas, not to meet the rest of karma's cousins and family members? Because you don't know when it come back to bite you. Look, it just came back to bite Diddy, 30 years later? It came back to bite Keefe D, 30 years later? Karma is a mother. See, you ain't gonna get jewels like this nowhere else. I'm giving it to you raw. And look how Diddy didn't want, I'm gonna break it down, right? I'm gonna take you on a ride. I'm gonna take you on a hood ride, right? Show you how the hood mentality work, right? You got homies sitting there, and, it's getting a little chilly out, so we're gonna paint the picture. We got homies sitting out there, one of those big metal cans, and we got cardboard and, the pallets from, the food that they brought to the local grocery store piled up in this garbage can, and we lighted it with a lighter fluid. Instead of using a lighter fluid, we used the 151. Get a whole bottle of 151 Bacardi and pour it in there for the homies that's not here, that's either dead or in jail, right? And we spark that up, and we sitting around and we talking, and you get one homie, just look at the other homie and say, yo, Diddy. You know what I mean? Yo. Diddy locked up because he didn't break bread. When he got the bread, he didn't look out for nobody. So that's why now there's nobody there to hold him down or support him, because when he got it, he forgot about those that got him there to get it. And he looked at it from a selfish point of view, like if, he got it on his own without the fans. And then he partied and danced and flossed in front of the world to let him know, I'm getting ready to have $1 billion and you still down there doing you, buying my music. That's what he's saying when he's sailing in centripools. You know what I mean? Wherever he at. You know what I mean? When he's skiing in the Aspens, and showing pictures of him with the flyest models and all that. He's rubbing it in our face, homie. This is what they saying around the garbage can. Remember that. So now he's like, yeah, that's why he where he at. Because if he would looked out and broke bread, everybody else would have been holding him down right now. Would have been screaming, don't get Diddy. But right now we're waiting for somebody to start a free Diddy. Ain't nobody gonna start that, but that's what we waiting on. But that's what it's gonna come to. Because when you see how they're going at him, where it's no longer them grabbing them, it's them taking out their kid's mouth now, because they're trying to take the Bad Boy Entertainment, the Combs Global, the Combs Enterprise, the Sean John clothing line, the Bad Boy recording studio. All of that is tied in to that RICO charge. So he's found guilty of these charges. He have to surrender those items. That means his children and children's children and children's children's children won't get any of that bag. The government will control it. Round of applause. Checkmate. Round of applause. They got it. You see, right there, they got Diddy in check. The checkmate is when they get the guilty. Right now, they got him in check. That's because he thought he was too uppity. Play your position and stay in your lane. That's what they should have told Diddy. But nah, Diddy was around a bunch of clowns, homie. That's why that happened. And that's how he talk around the garbage can. You know, yeah, Diddy was around a bunch of clowns, man. That's how that happened. You know what I mean? Yeah, nobody want to tell him what they want to hear. They only want to tell him what he want to hear because they just want what he gonna give them. They wasn't really looking out for his best interest. Like, I got your back, homie. You know, ain't you the same one that cut me in my back when we was fighting all the day? Yeah, but you know I got you. Didn't I take you to the hospital? Bottom line, you can't trust nobody, man. Bottom line, you can't trust nobody. But that's where we at, that we have to look out for each other when we come up. That's why I just played this program from WatchMojo.com at WatchMojo. I love the content, and I want everybody to eat, and I want everyone to be informed, and I could use it and twist it to make my people understand it better. So I brought Mojo over here. Welcome, Mojo. Round of applause. You know, round of applause. But, you know, that's where we at, man. You know what I mean? Everybody that's doing the right thing is going to make sure that everybody eats around them. And that's just the way it is. Been on here long enough. If you're already subscribed, hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And you already know the likes is a must. Let's get this thing popping.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, Heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish there. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours. So we can give